We're here at Infosecurity Europe in London. I've found Brian Tokuyoshi. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you as well, Chad.
So Brian, you're very much focused on mobile security and the needs and really the changing challenges in enterprise mobile security. What do you think are the biggest misconceptions about securing mobile devices right now?
Yeah, you know what? I think that there's a misconception that a lot of people think that the device is fundamentally secure. Now, while I will agree that the mobile device is usually more secure than the typical PC, there are a lot of risks that mobile devices face. And those are just starting to come to the front right now with a lot of exploits and a lot of malware that are now appearing for the mobile device.
We hear quite a few companies out there talk about their solutions, about extending protections all the way to the mobile edge. Obviously, that means different things to different people. What is the Palo Alto Network's difference in mobile security?
Yeah, we fundamentally think that the mobile security landscape is a lot different than the way that markets has traditionally defined mobile security today. And that's because that a lot of people think that MDM might be fine for doing mobile security, but we believe it takes more than that. That's why we combined what essentially is the mobile security solution from Palo Alto Networks, which is a combination of the next generation firewall, Global Protect, and Wildfire, in order to do three things. We do management of the device, we protect the device, and we also control the data. And that we believe all three of those are critical for mobile security today.
From events like these, Infosecurity Europe, obviously there are quite a few folks coming through, all with varying levels of knowledge about mobile security, mobile malware, and really these very sophisticated threats. How do you explain to them, prospects, what have you, what the Global Protect difference is?
Yeah, people often wonder, is Global Protect a VPN, or is Global Protect an MDM? And I think that the big difference is that it's more than that. It's a combination of all the technologies and integrating them all together, because fundamentally, I think that you just can't throw all those technologies together with duct tape and hope that you come to an adequate solution. What we did is went back to the drawing board and took all those technologies and integrated them together into a solution that our customers are really taking interest in.
You had a piece for us recently called The Decision Point for Mobile Malware, and I know you and I have talked on many occasions really about how mobile malware is something that many companies have an awareness of, certainly the security practitioners, but until now they've never really confronted at any dramatic level. Why is now the decision point?
Yeah, what I think is that a lot of people have been saying, oh, we were concerned about malware, but we didn't know when we're going to do something about malware. And based on all the malware that we are seeing with Wildfire, it gives us, we have insights into the malware and what is out in the wild right now. So being able to show customers that it's not just a theoretical problem, it is a real world problem, and it's not the time for doing something about it is not going to be 2 years from now. It's something that people have to start thinking about right now in order to make sure that they're prepared and have their bases covered.
Brian, Android vulnerabilities kind of eat up many of the headlines when it comes to mobile malware, but folks who don't, for example, own Android devices or use the OS, they're not completely safe. It's not an if-then.
Yeah. It's interesting because, fundamentally, Android is a different animal than iOS, and there is a lot of action on the malware front with Android. And that's partly to do with just the nature of the Android environment. It's an open environment, it's used by many different companies, and they all have their ways of customizing it. So it might be something that it fundamentally is something that you can appreciate, that the open nature of it does give you more flexibility, but with that also gives the malware authors more avenues to get in.
And a last question for you. Are there emerging trends in mobile malware, in mobile security in general? I mean, by the nature of your job, you have to keep your ear to the ground on all of these. What are you following?
Yeah, what we're seeing is that the malware scene is evolving. That at first there were some pranksters involved with people that were just looking at it from a point of concept. Now we're seeing that the game has changed quite a bit, and just like malware has changed on the PC front, malware, the same type of advanced threats are appearing on the mobile device as well. So these highly advanced blended attacks that are taking advantages of the blind spots inside the network, blind spots in mobile security, are appearing on the mobile device. So it's not just something that is trying to annoy the user, but they're actually out for the assets that are on that mobile phone.
Keeping our enterprises and our devices safe. Brian Tokuyoshi, thank you so much.